Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 21 of the Enterprise TOS build. Today we're actually going to do some work on the deflector dish, get that glued together. I already got it painted. And then we're going to start doing the photo-etch parts on the bussard fans. Getting them installed and sanding and the clear part to kind of give it a little diffusion. So let's head over to the bench. Well, hello and welcome back. Here I have the deflector array. I painted this one here in a rose gold, which is a very coppery gold, but on the light side, almost like a shiny penny. So I did that one up, and then I did this one in a worn penny, and then did a little wash in the little creases and grooves. And then did the needle in a, I think I mixed a little bit of galvanized zinc and some silver. And got the needle all painted up. Hit it with a gloss clear coat. But we're ready to glue these two, to marry these two together. I think the best way to do this, put a little switch back here. A little bit there. Wipe this off. I'm always trying to remember to wipe this off before I stick it back in here. I don't get all full of gooberly glue. And this has a registry, so it has one way that it goes in. It's like a half circle. There it goes. It's drying. We're trying to cure. We'll hit it with some of the quickset thin, extra thin. These are getting down low, so you kind of got to shake them sometimes. Sure. We gotta try to make sure she's nice and level. I like that wash. It definitely gave some darkness to those rings, so you can actually see them. I put a little bit at the base of the needle there too. I don't know if I'm going to have to light block back here. I ran it with just out this dish here, and it didn't seem to be coming through except for the hole where this is. But if I have to, I'm just going to put some silver tape. That'll do light block it plus blast, reflect some of the light back into the ship. Not that it needs it, because it's lit up pretty nice. Let's make sure we're even, and we'll just let that cure. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the two different coppers. I even sprayed a little bit of a bronze on this that has a little bit of a gold flake in it, just to give a little highlights, because the worn penny was quite dark. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. Well, that was just a quick little update on the deflector dish. I'm going to come back and we're going to actually start putting some of the fan blade photo etch parts. I did the one side, but we're going to start putting these little railings here that go for the fan blades on the bussards. We're going to put those in. Everything else here is not going to get used except for these 3 pieces here on the base. Got to start painting that base too. But I just wanted to show you that quick, and so then we'll be back soon with working on the bussard collector fans. Well, hello and welcome back, and here are the bussard collector fans. Here's the one I already got done and scuffed the outside to give it a little diffusion, and it looks good. I think I'm going to leave those a brass color. Normally I believe they're supposed to be silver, but I like that brass color for these. You know, being an older ship and you got the copper deflector array, and I think with the amber, I think the brass goes a little better with it. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I don't know if I have photo etch blades for the Franklin, but maybe with a Franklin I'll just paint the blades if it has them. I'm not 100%. I believe it does. I'll paint them a brass. And then the JJ Prize I know has blades too, but I think that one I'll do a silver, because the silver and the blue, and it's a little more modern. But for these older ships, I like the brass, especially when they're going amber, and I think the Franklin's is an amberish yellow, or more, might lean more towards the yellow. But yeah, so here they are. I already have all 12 of them over here. This is a fun process. Basically it's just taking a little dab of super glue on a Q-tip or on a toothpick, and I put it down. Try not to get too much on the outside, but you're going to sand it off anyway. So I started off with like a 320 and then finished up with an 800. I'm wondering if I can hit these with a clear, but I'm afraid a clear is going to make it transparent again. It'll give a little fog diffusion just because of the clear itself, but yeah, I'll have to do a test. If not, then I can just sand the clear and it'll be dull again anyway, so we'll give it a try. But yeah, it's basically, oh, I should probably prep a couple of these. Here you gotta sand the little tabs from the sprue on the photo etch. And with these thin strips, you always want to make sure the wheel's going away towards the end of the photo etch. That way it doesn't grab it and try to bend it. Right now my wheel's spinning this way. If I were to go like this, you have the chance of it grabbing it and bending it. So you just kind of just tilt your hand. Even just doing that, but I'm doing that so light. Get the done ones there. I should do a couple, that way I can keep flowing instead of having to stop for each one. That's what it'll do, it'll grab it and bend it. I'll leave that one out and we'll do it first, but we'll just use that curve to our advantage. Alright, and I put get a little super glue on the toothpick. Maybe. And I just kind of dab because it's always going to be too much. Just rubbing it up and down the channel. And like these do have a groove, so all you do is lay them in that groove and swipe it down and hold it. gonna glue your fingers for sure. But you can get all that excess glue off. Once we sand. And off to the next one. It's just tedious process of doing this. Try to hit the center and the two ends really well with a good dab, and spread them between them. Come on, get me somebody quick here. And here I just line that up with a pocket. Hopefully it doesn't move like it's trying to. And slide that in to try to get down here with my fingernail. Push those ends in tight. Yeah, this is going much smoother than the other one. Doing a little more assembly line fashion. Use just enough, because otherwise you're definitely going to glue your finger when you have this much glue on there. Really trying to glue my fingers down. I glue my fingers down worse than it did the first time, but that did have a lot of glue in that one. It doesn't take long to dry it in my fingers. Alright, we definitely got to file the rest of those. Let's see if I can get rid of this big chunk of glue there. Yeah, that's a nice thing. You just sand it off, so you can be a little bit messy. It'd be nice if I can keep it off the brass pieces, because I want to keep them kind of shiny, but there's no way doing that either. So I just got to go in there and sand any of the glue up. And doing this smooths all that out where they come up. But yeah, eventually you got to go in there with some sandpaper like this and clean up the brass. It comes off pretty quick. Even this piece here where I pretty much buried it in glue. Yeah, the 320 gets rid of it pretty quick. And it's cleaning up good, so I can do all that off camera instead of boring you with that. Just keep trucking. We just gotta clean 6 more, and those went really quick compared to the other one. I was just saying, it was going so well these last couple. I barely got a lot of schmutz on it, and that one I had to. That's okay. Last one. Last time I have a possibility of becoming a permanent part of the bussard collectors. And the nice thing is they gave you, I think, 3 extra bars just in case you had one of these fan blades go funky. Yeah, it left me with 3 extra. That's always nice. You can just scoot that way without bending. There we go. That's it. That's the last one in. Should attached good. Like so. We'll also find out when we start hitting it with some sandpaper. Like I said, I like hitting it with a 320 first because it gets rid of that excess super glue really good. And I kind of try to keep going in the motion of the thing so any of the scratch lines from the sandpaper flow with the fan assembly here. And you want to go over these edges in case there's any not sitting completely flat. You just round them over and then, yeah, it feels nice. I don't want any see-through spots. But most of this gets hidden about that much by the collector housing. And then we get that clear dome that goes over top of this, the exterior piece. Yeah, this 320 makes quick work of cleaning these up. Oh, I know what was working good for me, this file. That's what it was. I forgot what I had this file out for. The file has a great edge. This side's smooth. You can get in there and ride the edge of the plastic and the brass and clean up what's seeping out. This is good for cleaning up the excess, and then you want to hit it with the sandpaper to make it look better. That one's so bad I'm going to have to hit the different directions here. Much better. Well, it's like night and day. I think we already made these passes. Whoop. Yep. It goes a little messier on the first one. Alright, that's basically it. It's back in here. Gives you a little more strength to your hand, you know. And there it is. Now we just got to put the little end cap on. A little piece there. I was a little premature repacking that part. it's easy to grab with tweezers because it's so small. Go. Last little dab of super glue. Just glue it to my towel. All I need is a little dab. There we go. And then we'll sand over top of that, but we're going to end this one here. Said I might try a little clear coat. I'll show you what that will look like. Because in case that sucks, I'm going to just re-hit it with sandpaper anyway. So. But there. But yeah, I'm going to go through here and hit. I don't really have to hit too much with 800 except for the plastic. Let's see if that glued on here quick. It's good to do the final sanding here with that piece on there. Beautiful. But there we are. And till next time, thanks for watching.